There's one thing that I am constantly asked about, and it happens to be the one thing that I never want to talk about. But today, for you, I'm going to talk about it, and that thing is money. So uncomfortable, but I'm going to try and do it. Why I hate talking about money is that I think it's a really personal thing, and I think that people start to make a lot of assumptions. They start to make a lot of judgments, and I want to avoid all of that. I think that it's something completely separate from the message that I'm trying to tell, and it's just hard. It's like not comfortable. It's something I was brought up not to ever mention, and so to be asked a dozen times a day about it is never really fun, and I don't really know what to say. I want to get some misconceptions, some assumptions out of the way as clearly false. One, my parents did not fund all of my travels. I really, really wish that they would have. That would have been awesome. They paid for one trip when I was 13. I went with my father to Japan and China. Ever since then, I've paid for everything myself. I genuinely wish they would have. Two, I did not win the lottery. I don't have a sugar mama or a sugar daddy. I, didn't sell a company for $1 billion or anything like that. Three, I am not some international drug cartel person or spy. Not that I could tell you if I was, or anything like that. And four, I don't travel super budget. I don't travel super luxuriously either. I do a little bit of both, but I'm not here to give you tips on how to travel cheaply because I didn't. So how did I afford to go to every single country in the world? Yes, it's expensive. No, I have no idea how much it costs. Some people say that you should think about it as $1,000 for every country. But I've been to so many countries twice or 3 times or 4 times or more. I don't know. I'm not interested in knowing, and I'm never going to count. And I probably couldn't possibly count. 3 things enabled me to travel so much. 1, friends. I went to the United World College, to NYU. I worked for international companies. I know people from all over. I have stayed with friends in about 75 different countries, in their houses, their mother's cooking for me. And so that made it a lot more feasible to travel, especially when I was younger. 2, location. I've lived in Abu Dhabi since 2012, and from here it's 3 hours to India, 4 hours to Africa, 5 hours to Europe. So having a 3 or 4 day weekend, you could go to a completely different country. That made it so much easier for me to jump off and travel when I was really young. And 3 is work and school. I study and work in economic development and identity. I'm a strategy advisor, and for that I have traveled to a couple or a few dozen countries professionally. Obviously, if I'm traveling somewhere for work, the company will be paying for that. If I'm going somewhere for research or for my NGO, that's within the structure of the organization. So that's easier than traveling there on my own. But I'm also not ignorant to the fact that it's easier for someone from America with the education that I had, coming from a family that supports education, being white, being a man, all of those things allowed me to have the easiest path to getting what I got that I did. I can't tell you how to get money. I can't tell you how to earn it, what jobs to have, what ways to save or not. I don't know the situation where you are, how that works. I can tell you a little bit about, once you are traveling, how to be a little bit more conscious of your spending. But at the same time, I'm not a budget traveler who has the best ways of doing all of this. But what I can say is travel doesn't have to be at a resort, eating really fancy food every single day. It doesn't have to be going really far distances. You can travel to a place that's nearby and, eat more locally. That's better for the local people anyway. You can stay in guest houses or in homestays or with friends that are there. Travel is about learning new things. It's a mindset. It's about doing things you never thought that you could. And that doesn't need you to be in an entirely different country. You definitely do not have to go to every single country in the world. Travel is really about learning, and learning doesn't have a price tag. So I hope you understand a little bit more about how I've afforded to travel to every country, the unique situation of how I was able to do it with my friends from all over the world, with my job that involved me traveling and being located in a place that is easy to travel from. So tell me about how you travel, comment below, subscribe to the videos, follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I love to engage, I answer every comment. So yeah, let me know.